So here's the fourth and final project that's been sitting on my bench now for several weeks. You guys saw this in that video where I said pick a project. The fans are done. What were the other ones? The kill switch is done. The fans are done. Oh, and I had the AC motor. I forgot to put that away. Ooh, shiny objects. All right, so what we have here is we have the pin tile hitch assembly. It has a 2-inch ball on it. This is an 8-ton or 16,000 pound beast. This thing is a beast. Why does it look this goofy? It's sitting out actually in the weather. It needs a little shot of Earl. Why does it look this goofy? I got this from a friend of mine, and it was a, let's see, how can I put this properly? Because I really like the guy I got it from, but he's kind of he's an alcoholic, let's just say, and he doesn't know how to stay out of trouble. And he had been sober for like 8 years. He'd been a drunk for a good 20 years, but he had been sober for about 8 years. And then he fell off the wagon and he got nicked this last 4th of July 2016 for a DUI. And suddenly he needed a legal defense fund. So it was time to sell off some of his toys. Well, a couple of his toys he was just going to blow out for a fire sale. And I'm like, dude, slow your roll. You're freaking out right now. Give me the opportunity to sell your stuff, because I'm in a better mindset and I'm just a better salesman than him. So what we were selling was I believe it's an M105A, which is a 1.5-ton military trailer, vintage 1967. It was beautiful, just a beautiful trailer. 20-inch military wheels on it. It was awesome. And this M105A used to get hauled around with a late 40s 4-wheel drive Dodge Power Wagon, which was also equally awesome. And when he wasn't towing that big old military And when he wasn't towing that big old military trailer around with the Power Wagon, he would haul it around town, the trailer around town, in his Jeep Cherokee. It was lifted, had some tires and whatnot, but it didn't have anyway, he had this built to be able to haul around his M105A trailer with his 95, I believe it was, Jeep Chicory. And some redneck hillbilly put this together, and I mean, it kind of worked. He gobbed enough weld and crap on there to make it, but I mean, look at that thing. That's just insanity. So I sold the Power Wagon. I sold the trailer for him. I got some good money for it. It only took me about 10 days to get them both out of his hair and cash in his hand, so he was extremely happy with that. Of course, that all got absorbed into his legal defense fund. And then he no longer needed this, so he wanted to pay me cash money, and I'm like, dude, you need the money more than I give a crap about getting paid for it. I said, however, the trailer hitch you have would work really well with the 99 Dodge Cummins truck that I currently have, pickup truck. So he's like, take it, but this thing weighs 117 pounds. Well, that's not true. It probably weighs about, I don't know, 35 pounds or something. But it's a beast. So what I don't need this, right? That Dodge is pretty tall as it sits. I love having this. I like that opportunity to have a pintle hitch. I like the fact that this is solid. The decals are all gone. I have no idea what this is rated at, but the trailer hitch on the Dodge is rated at 10,000 pounds with the weight distributing hitch. Distributing. It is late. I don't plan on doing any welding tonight, but let's start chopping this thing apart. I mean, that's a healthy piece of steel. It is. That's 1/2-inch steel. As is that. Okay, well, it's at least buddy that did this used a comparable. Oh, he wire fed it. I thought it was stick fed. Oh, he built it with wire. Huh. Who cares? I'm gonna do some cutting and some grinding, and let's see. We'll be back here in just a minute. I'll show you what we got. So a little time with the rigid chop saw. 4.5-inch cutoff blades, and here is what we're left with. Still a little warm. All this little diamond, still a lot of warm. All this diamond did was collect rust down in here. Pretty beefy steel though. So I'm going to get the flap wheel and clean up all this stuff. Looks like a Superman logo. I'm probably going to throw all this away. The old me would keep this stuff. I mean, that's 1/2-inch plate. The old me would keep this. Keep that in my inventory of steel. But the new me is in the 3rd and final phase of the Great Purge. 2017 is going to be, yeah, I can't keep stuff like that. I'm going to chop these pieces off. I suspect there was some sort of cross bracing to go like that. I don't imagine that sat up free flowing like that. So I'm going to put something, whether I use these guys again, it's 1/4 inch, or I'll find something else. But we'll be back in a minute. Let me get cleaning on this thing. A few minutes with the flapper wheel. That's a 60 grit flapper wheel. Clean this up. Cleaned all this up. Yep. Gonna take these guys here. I've already beveled them. Stick welder. Those are 3/16 inch steel, and we're going to call that good. Sorry, I stand corrected. That's 1/4 inch steel. So when all said and done, we're back to the original. It's hot. Squirt a little paint on this thing and call it a day. Gotta get in here a little better with the wire wheel. Oh well, it's good enough. Good enough for that truck. Nothing a quick shot of paint won't cure. Speaking of curing, I'm going to do some other things while this paint cures, and then I'll show it to you on the truck. So there it is, with all said and done, nice coat of paint. I have no idea where is the best place to put it. I don't have my trash hauler trailer here, but yeah, I'm going to roll with that. Got a locking pin, stainless steel locking pin, so nobody can snatch this thing up, take it home with them. And I think I'm going to leave it there for a little while, at least until I run into it twice. I'm not smart enough to take it out the first time I break my knee open, so we'll do it next time. All right, gotta go, gotta run. See ya.